Let's party Joe Exotic, y'all. Let's go.
John Daly is one of the most craziest pro athletes to have ever existed. He beat Tiger Woods while being extremely hungover. He also threw $55,000 into a river because he had a fight with his ex-wife. I can guarantee you that John Daly is someone you will never forget after watching this.
For most athletes, you hate exercise, you despise health food, you smoke, you drink.
His insane, degenerate style began when he had received a golf scholarship to play at the University of Arkansas. He was only 18 and his coach had put him on a very unique diet.
Marlboro Lights, he said, just start smoking. Here, have a cigarette. Whatever you got to do to keep the weight off.
On top of smoking cigarettes, John Daly had began to eat nothing but popcorn, Diet Coke, and Jack Daniels, stating in the book he published, "Most of the time I was drinking Jack, like you wouldn't even believe it. A fifth a day, sometimes more," before later adding that he didn't even drink water.
Anywhere from 12 to 20 Diet Cokes a day.
How?
I don't know, because I don't drink water. I hate water. I cannot stand to drink water.
However, this diet worked, given Daly lost the needed weight while failing almost every class as a result of drinking. In his book, he said, "I just sit in my room and drink straight out of the Jack Daniels bottle. They go practice for 3 to 4 hours, come back, and start drinking again." But for some reason, all of this made him a better golfer.
When I had a good buzz going, I could play really good golf. And I think it's just because the body's so loose and like free.
Not to mention, quote, he was one of the hardest working guys on the team. This, with a combination of 16 years of practice, led Daly to win his first ever professional tournament at the age of 21. Writing, "My winner's check was for $6,700. The next 2 months, I made $28,000 in 4 events." But this wasn't the only way John Daly made money, because he quickly got introduced to gambling. Quickly after turning professional, John Daly had won $16,000 in a South African tournament before losing the entire amount at a casino less than a couple hours after he won. Daly was enraged, and he had completely trashed his hotel room, also introducing the early stages of his unpredicted behavior.
I'd beat my bus up. Sometimes I'd beat my car up. Sometimes I'd beat a hotel room up.
Despite this, John Daly would go on to win his third significant event, which just so happened to be the PGA Championship, which is a major, turning John Daly into an overnight superstar.
There was 4,000 people sitting in front of the clubhouse and on the driving range.
For you?
Just waiting for me to get in.
All of a sudden, John Daly was getting money thrown at him left and right, either to play in corporate outings or fundraisers. And on top of that, he was also getting sponsors. People started to like Daly's rough edges.
This is a quote, "I just hit it as hard as I can, and if I can find it, I hit it again."
John Daly had started to get lazy. He started to see bad performances when he played. This brought fits of anger where he'd fight his opponents, break clubs, or throw them into the water, leading into a suspension from the PGA Tour on account of bad behavior. John Daly was about to make a huge comeback. After 3 years of very average golfing, Daly came out of nowhere to win the prestigious 1995 British Open. Doing so on a daily diet of 9 chocolate chip muffins, in true John Daly fashion, he ignored a phone call from the US president just so he could eat, stating, "But I still haven't had dinner yet, and I'm starving. Besides, I didn't even vote for the guy." This showed how much success John Daly had achieved, until he started drinking again. On the brink of divorce with his second wife, Daly gave in and headed out for a big night at the bar, before landing himself in hospital after falling through a hotel door. He had checked himself back into rehab around 2 days later. although the media had already gotten hold of the story and his endorsements were not happy. My two main sponsors, Wilson and Reebok, had dropped me while I was in rehab. The Wilson deal paid me several million a year, plus bonuses, and I just done another 5-year deal with Reebok. However, he accepted a $1.2 million per year sponsorship from Callaway. One condition that he stays sober, but Daly eventually concluded that the deal wasn't worth it.
Sponsor came to him and said, $3 million, we want to send you to rehab, though. And he looked at him and said, I'm good. And took a sip.
This attitude from John Daly would help him beat Tiger Woods in a pretty funny way. Daly had qualified for a small 16-person tournament, and on the night before, he had drunk 3 bottles of Crown whiskey, leading to Tiger Woods making some remarks about how Daly had no chance of even winning.
And he says, I'm probably going to kick his ass because JD's drunk right now. I said, okay.
When the tournament started, the following day, Daly decided to troll Tiger Woods by acting as though he was still drunk.
He is looking at me the whole day. I've got drinks coming down, people bringing me drinks on the golf course. He goes, what are you drinking? I said, I got my Crown in here, man. I'm fine. Not 1 ounce of alcohol, because if you do that, you get in trouble on the tour. And I got him thinking that I was really still drinking. I shoot 65 and beat him by like 6 shots. It's about the last time I ever beat.
Daly then earned $4 million throughout the span after beating Tiger Woods, but he was still gambling. The one thing that you have to realize about John Daly is that he is the bad boy of golf. By doing all of these insane things, it has led him to the most amazing success anyone could have. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It helps a lot. I just have a lot of great content that is going to be coming out all the way through summer. It's going to be amazing.